Hey there, Kaijudes and Kaijettes. It's your third favorite Hollywood Kaiju bad boy, Luke Evans Flip, presenting you with our latest trial, Q, the Winged Serpent, and just in time for January 6th. This episode, we discuss Dragon Ball, Jim Henson's Dinosaurs, and of course, QAnon. So, put your headphones on and your ivermectin underneath your pillow, and maybe JFK Jr. will bring you a new president. But probably not. Anyway, as always, enjoy the show.
Render unto Ghidra what is Ghidra's. 10 to 1 he sees you through a beaker and a tweezers. Read the fine print and be like, what's the big deal? Spun wheels of steel since broke wheel, big wheel. Back when it was greasy as curl, now it's easy dread. Had a rhyme on how they used to tease him about his peasy head. Yes, y'all, to the beat. Have a ball.
Hey everybody, welcome to Podzuki. I think this is going to be in the year of 2022 when this is released, so starting everything off right, really great. Nothing's gone wrong. I'm sure we've conquered COVID. We did it.
We didn't hit 100 episodes, though.
No, we didn't. Yeah, we still have that. I'm keeping good track of that because we got to do something real fun for that. I have a few ideas we can get into, but this is a podcast where we talk about kaijus or kaiju-adjacent movies, but this time we're actually staying right on task. We're talking kaijus, and they're shitty. They're real shitty this time.
When I saw the poster for this movie... When I saw the poster for this movie, I thought it was going to be like a 50s or 60s monster movie.
I mean, I think they had about the same budget without inflation for that. I'd wager a very good amount of money on. But yeah, I'm one of the Kaiju Hollywood bad boys, Brandon Kirkman.
I'm another one of the Kaiju Hollywood bad boys, Luke interrupting Flip.
Nice.
It's me, your third Hollywood Kaiju bad boy, Martin Felshman. And we got a real special guest here. Yeah. Nick, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Nick Johnson. I am a good boy who was Kaiju adjacent.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's Kaiju adjacent enough. I wanted to get Nick on the podcast for quite a bit. We're close friends for quite some time, but I feel like a lot of my love for campy, terrible movies comes from watching a lot of very bad, campy, terrible movies with Nick over the many, many years of our friendship. So, wanted to get him on, and then he recommended Q, the Winged Serpent, and it is a Larry
or
Cohen
the
film.
Monster that hated the deep state.
I was hoping.
Very true. Yeah. It's there is no QAnon prophecies in this movie. I mean, I guess there probably is, because you can just say anything you want, and
you could easily remake this movie with that slant.
Yes.
A roving flying mob of QAnon supporters going around beheading New Yorkers.
Or then flaying them.
Yeah.
No, they're flaying them to bring about Q that then eats their heads.
They need to sacrifice the people they assume are pedophiles.
Yeah, this I interrupted Brandon earlier when he was trying to do the intro because I've got like a lot to say about this movie.
Yeah,
this movie is pretty bonkers.
It is
secret Aztec underground supervillain.
Yeah,
it's there are two movies that they kind of mush together into one script
with consensual victims. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah,
I can't kill you unless you want me to kill you.
You can kill me.
Here, the weird. Okay, I feel like it's getting ahead, but I do want to talk about that now that it's been mentioned. Of the few times they've showed the sacrifices in the movie, they could have played up that they were feeling pain still, because like the first time when they have that one guy get his heart ripped out, it looks really relaxing. Like it's like, oh
yeah, he's just lying there.
Yeah. I mean, even if I wanted to have my heart ripped out, I still might let out a little bit of pain or emotion.
That would be embarrassing.
Just a little.
Like, yeah, you're gonna have to restrain me. I'll fight you. I don't want to. It's just instinct.
Yeah, your heart's supposed to stay in body, apparently. It's crazy.
Yeah. But it is like, okay, there's Michael Moriarty being an ex-con and kind of like a sad sack. David Carradine investigating murders and then weird cult things. Yeah, so those are the three movies.
I want to say the fourth is an ongoing Harold improv scene that lasts for an hour and a half hour.
And then, like, check out how New York is. Isn't it funny?
Yeah, everyone in this, it's a parade of assholes, this whole film. There's no nice character this entire run. Everybody is just like, hey, fuck you.
I was very disappointed.
Real
I was
weird
very
energy.
disappointed we didn't get more of like a final ending to a lot of these characters. Like, you remember that construction worker who stole that guy's sandwich?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, I'm going to go...
And it's
Make
like,
the
I'm going to
good
go to see
tuna
his wife later.
sandwich.
Yeah!
Yeah, he's gonna implying that he's gonna eat the sandwich, then go fuck the guy's wife.
And that guy's dead. He could do it.
I was initially very disappointed that it wasn't just a lot of David Carradine drunkenly stumbling around a movie set, but instead we got the most unlikable, shitty, mean, garbage protagonist I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
So, protagonist, which one are you talking about?
The character that I don't know why they were following, he's like the wheelman who never got to be the wheelman.
That's
Yeah.
Michael Moriarty playing Jimmy Quinn, and he was my favorite part of this movie.
Oh,
He's also
Really?
my favorite part of this movie.
Is he...
Because, yeah, you're right, he's a scumbag, but he's got some pathos to him. Like, he's made poor choices, but also he came from such a shit position. One poor choice leads into all the other poor choices because society is just going to put
I want to get it out of the way. Is his character supposed to be mentally handicapped?
I think they're trying to. They mentioned briefly that he should be institutionalized and he doesn't want to go to the loony bin. But I don't know if that's just because he's such an asshole or if he actually does have some mental disability.
Or it's improv
Well,
lines.
he keeps...
Yeah.
There's definitely improv lines, because I looked at the trivia for this movie. This was written in, 6 days because Larry Cohen was fired from I, the Jury. I was like, well, I already paid for a hotel room in New York. I'm just going to make another
Jesus.
movie.
The most Larry Cohen thing ever.
Wow.
And I did want to get in that too real quick. This is written and directed by Larry Cohen. His films, I'm sure, will be coming up in future watches of Podzuki because he's done this stuff. He was the writer and producer for Maniac Cop. Also, It's Alive, which is another completely insane.
Like all of the It's Alive
Okay.
movies.
Yeah, all
He
completely
did.
insane over the top movies. He's like a gold star in the camp. I'd say scene for
Camp and horror.
Yeah, absolutely. R.I.P. to Real King. I'm sure we'll be watching one of your bad, shitty movies again in the future.
Absolutely cannot
But this,
wait.
I will say this. For choices of movie, even all this going in blind, it was a very entertaining watch, but just because of how confusing everything was.
I felt bad watching
Well,
it.
I was...
Sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's definitely I get that. I think I felt more bad because, there's some good shit in here. Like I said, I did really like Michael Moriarty as Quinn. I think, I don't know, I just like that performance a lot. And, there's definitely a lot of improvisation, especially all those, Charlie Kelly-esque songs
Oh my
that he
God.
sang.
Yeah, that was weird.
Well, he sang the one when he was auditioning for the piano job at his girlfriend's bar. And that was clearly just a thing. But then when he was running from the other gangsters, they it's
Yeah.
a non-diegetic
Yeah, I thought he was
sound
singing for a second,
of
but
him
his mouth
singing
wasn't
a song.
moving. Maybe it's just them being sloppy?
Yeah.
Maybe it was supposed to be diegetic.
And it's something like bad dreams go away. I'm gonna get a gun and shoot the sun.
Where'd you learn that beautiful song? Was it a racist backstory? Just tossed in? Yeah, it totally was. What the hell?
Yeah, it's that backstory almost feels like Larry Cohen was worried, we might make this character too sympathetic, so we want to make sure we throw that all away.
I gotta get that racist audience. Where are they?
Oh yeah, him. When
Not
he
just
said the
that.
N-word.
Before he said others. He had worse. Yeah, he
We
did.
all of them, man.
Oh my god.
It's
They're trying to humanize
say
him. They
this
got to make sure he reminds them of the
before we
audience.
get out of order, though. Going back to the we could summarize the beginning of the movie pretty quickly.
Well, the movie opens in a way that I thought was a good sign, but ended up not being so. With some lady who's being creeped on by her building's window washer,
yeah,
and he immediately gets his head bitten off by Q, who is the Aztec god Coxacotl.
Relatable, yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
yeah, he's in the new Shin Megami Tensei 5. You
Yep.
should check it out. Great game.
But that is the first 5 minutes
Yeah.
of the movie, and I usually like when movies get going.
And it was like a
that,
Scooby-Doo chomp sound for his head getting taken off. That was really good.
It really was.
Yeah.
That's what it would sound like.
And it does. It does set that tone of like how insanely rampant sexism was in the early '80s, where like women had to worry about window washers. Like,
It's-
damn, it is.
Well,
hard
at
to be a
first you
woman.
think she's just being like vapid, but then they show the dude outside the building like, yeah, you love me, right? Yeah, you love me, lady. Yeah, you
And
totally
her-
love me.
It's me.
In her like 40th floor shoe store.
Yeah.
Puts his fingers into a V and licks it.
Ugh. Yeah, I mean, it's that thing of like a lot of those. I feel like the '80s and '90s horror films always have to have like a trigger that makes it all right for this person to be killed. So it's always like, okay, we're gonna make him this super gross dude. So when he gets his head bit off, everybody's gonna cheer and scream.
Well, I mean, it was-
which I did.
It was good ADR, where it's just the guy outside the window going like, yeah, you like it, baby. Yeah, you love me. Come on. I'm watching your windows. Come on. You love me, baby. Oh, bird.
Also, apparently, according to the
I don't know.
apparently according to the IMDb trivia, that building was the Empire State Building, and that dude was the actual like window washer for the Empire
wow.
State. He employed a lot of actual window washers for these skyscrapers because like the Chrysler Building is like
Yeah.
the main building
Yeah.
in the movie, and like all the cops at the shootout at the end, those
That'd
were
be
just
so
window
funny.
washers because they were the only ones who weren't afraid of being in.
They hired him to
buildings.
punch
Can
up
you
the script.
imagine like working as a window washer for like 6 years, but your big dream is just to make it in Hollywood, and then this finally happens?
And you're like, oh, I'm not a good actor. I was
No,
right.
no, I
Oh,
was the
boy.
best actor in this movie.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm the guy that drank that beer when he's waiting to have a shootout with a monster.
Oh, yeah. I gotta get a little slip.
little liquid courage. Ooh, I'm like Popeye. Oh man, this is a wild film. So like we have that scene, and then we cut to Quinn.
David Carradine.
Yeah.
is first.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
right.
when we're introduced to David Carradine, and I think Richard Roundtree's there too.
Yeah.
Shaft.
He's
I know we were talking about that
barely-
earlier. What so much crazy casting in this film, but also it was the '83 and everybody needed a paycheck, so I get it.
You see the creepy bird's there, and then it just wanders into the shithead, who's just gonna be a wheelman.
Well, Quinn, he's getting trying to make a deal. It's kind of like the opening
a
of like
big
Reservoir
meal.
Dogs. They're talking about a job they're
Yeah.
gonna pull. Which is it like goat head or something?
It would have
they're
made
eating?
sense if it was turkey,
Yeah.
but this is not a clever movie.
Yeah. It was real bizarre. They tried to do one of those shots where they showed the guy's head getting cut off and they cut to the meat, but it was so poorly done that I had to really think about it. And I'm like, oh, that's what they were going for. Okay, nice. Good job. They're all being very much just stereotypical mobsters in an 80s movie where they're just saying stuff like, hey.
Openly discussing in non-vague ways a crime they're going to commit.
Yeah. And hey, it's the 80s, New York. Who cares? Forget about it. He says he's got another job lined up. He's going to think about it. He heads out, and then he kind of sort of crosses path with David Carradine's character. They kind of like see each other leave.
Wait.
But it doesn't really come up until
Before
later.
we move
Well, yeah, it's his
on
girlfriend.
from the scene, can we just appreciate how Quentin Tarantino paid respect to this in Reservoir Dogs? Exact same
Okay,
scene.
that's true.
Exact same scene.
I mean, maybe that's why he's getting sued by Miramax. I haven't read up on that article yet.
Oh my god, Q's finally doing it.
Q's getting him. Oh, man.
Liberal elites in Hollywood,
Finally,
man.
it's happening.
They're eating themselves alive.
What if this is their prophecy that they've all been waiting for? It was this movie, and people just haven't figured it out yet. It's all coming real.
Denise D'Souza's going to make a movie about JFK Jr. where he's
This
actually come
dispatches
back to
from a
life.
giant like penis
Finally.
bird on the internet would that would probably be about the same. Yeah, that would
Yeah.
track.
The bird. I mean, that's something we can discuss. I feel like this is a slight moth RuPaul's Drag
He's
Race.
picky. He's a picky
We'll talk
eater.
about the design.
Slight.
Moth RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, the bird design is terrible on all levels. Where I think they are trying to make it like beak-like, but it's all the same flesh colored. So, like Nick was saying, it makes it look like it's just kind of a giant dick attached to a lizard with wings.
Yeah, and in any of the
Finally,
like human sacrifice scenes, he's like, I am the plumed serpent. He's neither a serpent nor is he
He
plumed.
should have been more plumed. There was no feathers. I saw.
Oh yeah, like there's kind of some sort of feather texture on just the wings, but he should have feathers all over.
It's just
Yeah. I was
how
thinking
even with, like-
embarrassing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think they were definitely counting on people not knowing what plumed meant.
Yeah. I mean, it was, once again, 1983, so...
And a public school system wasn't great
Yeah.
back then. I mean, it's not better now, but I digress.
Yeah. I mean, this is where, like, the story and everything kind of just spirals, because they keep jumping character to character, but it's not really well written. And
Yeah, well, Michael Moriarty doesn't get the job at the bar playing piano because he sings a completely batshit
I
crazy
couldn't tell
song.
they're supposed to.
And he didn't
I
even
couldn't tell
need to
if they're trying to
sing.
make that seem like it was like he was killing it. Because the girlfriend's like the only shots, and
they
she's
were.
like, "Yeah."
this is doing
He's
it for
in.
me, baby. And then the bartender is like, okay, whatever. And then,
Puts on the song on the jukebox, just not even acknowledging him, just like,
Yeah.
I'm going to play the jukebox, get the fuck out of my bar.
and what was David Carradine's quip to him? Because he was like leaving, is like, hey, this is pretty good stuff or something.
Well, yeah, he said, hey, I thought you were pretty good. And Michael Moriarty said, the fuck do you know?
Yeah, get out of my way, I'm walking here. It's just the whole film.
He did have
has
that New
attitude.
Yorkish Boston, which I kept thinking, like, he looks kind of like Bill Burr in this movie, and like he wasn't really doing a Boston accent, but I kept thinking of Bill Burr watching Michael Moriarty's performance in this movie,
Yeah,
and Bill Burr was probably like 10 or 13 or something when this movie came out.
yeah. He goes, I guess, after he goes on this I want to say heist to steal a bunch of diamonds from a pawn shop is what I was. They mentioned it briefly, but basically
It's Neil
Diamonds.
is the name of the store. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I can't even remember. Was
Yes.
it Neil Diamonds or was it like Neil's Diamonds, but the S was like on a lit light that was like not working anymore?
Yeah, very clever. Good job.
No, I don't think it was the clever thing.
Yeah,
I think
there's-
it was just Neil Diamonds.
Oh, okay.
They
Well,
didn't
he
spend
stole
money
it,
on the
though.
sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no signed budget for this film, clearly. He instantly just guffs everything. He, I guess, lost the keys of the car he's supposed to get into. He's trying to get away from the police as they're coming. He gets, like, kind of side-ended by a car.
Well, he has the package for some reason.
Yeah.
And the other guys don't leave the jewelry store when he does. Why does he have the
If you saw him, like, just Michael Moriarty, and you said, this is the runaway guy, we're going to give it to him, you fucked
Well,
up
they
this already.
they saved a lot of time not showing the inside of the jewelry store, so that we didn't know that like the sound effects wasn't everyone getting killed except him. They just never followed him. So
Yeah.
when they show up later, I was surprised. Like, oh, they're alive.
They did.
The sound effects in the ADR in this film make it feel otherworldly too, because it goes all over the place of both being too loud at certain scenes and then also like being so poorly dubbed, it feels like you're watching another movie at the same time. I mean, it's the Larry Cohen charm, so you can't deny
I don't
that.
know how the cops were psychic
but-
when they were following him.
I couldn't even feel the suspense for like even a suspense of disbelief on my part of like he kept looking, thinking they were coming from. Like, how would they know? He looks like every other dude walking
Excuse
around
me,
right now.
that was commentary? They've always targeted him as a criminal. Didn't you hear him in his 10-minute diatribe to a lawyer?
Who did he
He's calling his
call?
lawyer.
Oh yeah.
Because he
Why?
just committed a crime.
He hates that guy.
Well, he hates him later when, for some reason, which a lawyer would never
He's like,
like
"Good
give back
news."
the money. But the lawyer gives back the money.
in like 2 hours. Yeah, well, we're going to have ourselves.
And I guess that's just a
Yeah.
reason to get him, because again, the script was written in 6 days, and I don't think they rewrote it really that much, unless they were like, "How do we get him to the Chrysler Building?"
No,
I mean,
this is a single pass.
We were talking about a little bit earlier,
which
but
which
I
made no
get an
sense.
impression. Yeah, I mean, I think it was like one of his associates were supposed to be there. They still never clarified that, but he runs up there. He can't get in, and then I guess the security guard.
Oh,
needs to
very
get him
lazy
out.
security guard.
But a very lazy security
Yeah, I
guard,
feel
but
like a
also
security
very
guard
trigger
shouldn't
happy
have a
security guard, which is a fun.
I think it's also
combination.
weird that a lawyer's office would have like an alarm
Yeah,
that would just
but
go off
literally he, like-
that, just because you're trying to jiggling the door a little bit. I don't know.
I think every lawyer office should have that. It'd be fun. But yeah, he gets chased up like even further to like the top stories of the Chrysler Building by the security guard. he, like I said, literally pulls the gun out, but after 5 seconds of having the gun out, he's like, he's probably gone already anyways, and then just leaves. And then we spend, I want to say about 3 hours
I might have been bored afraid of everything, but I've never been afraid of heights.
Yeah.
Talking to himself and singing and just finding corpses and just being
trying to steal the jewelry off them, but it's like a charm bracelet, so it's designed to not come off.
Yeah, and doing my favorite thing in these scenes when like the corpse accidentally falls on him, where he's like screaming and like wrestling for it for like too long. I'm like, at some point, this is just a bit you're doing. Like, come on. So yeah, he gets out of there. He sees the giant egg, which he doesn't know about being the winged serpent's little baby, but he'll figure that out later. He goes back to his apartment and then just is emotionally and slightly physically abusive to his girlfriend, which I guess was supposed to be.
Well, I think it's definitely like
I'm really
product
confused
of its
about that
time,
scene.
but it's interesting because like there are women, there are relationships believable, like toxic, but like I can fix him, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Just like mom and dad.
Just like mom and dad.
It's this is where the movie really kind of spins out of control, like I was saying, because like he goes to sleep. Yeah, I guess
I'm going to take a little nap, and then when I get up, I don't know what the hell he's going to do, but like take out the garbage or some crap, and then they just do like they can only do a camera like they put the camera on his face to just show how much he looks like a giant baby when he wakes back up and is just confused. Where am I? What's going on? Yeah. He tells no one about the egg.
He tells his girlfriend.
Yeah.
But they beat each other, so it's
did they ever actually show them?
He always tells her about the egg
hitting each other. I know there's a scene like after he loses all the money where like he's throwing like the lamps and shit.
No. Yeah, he's throwing all the stuff around.
It's not like still.
Oh man, I can't.
Again, it's a toxic
that whole build
relationship. I'm not saying anything's good, but like I don't remember them hitting each other.
Yeah, no, I don't think. It
yeah,
like there's a
sure.
lot of implied energy.
It's just good improv.
I thought the
good
girlfriend
ratings.
was actually a pretty good actor though. Like she, I wish she'd had. If they spent more time writing this movie, I think she could have had a bit more of a role.
She might have the most lines
there's a lot of people
outside
really
of him.
trying.
Well, because her lines were probably written in the script, whereas most of Michael Moriarty's, I think, it's just do it, just go, just have fun with it, just say stuff until I say cut.
We're doing jazz acting. It's all the words you don't say.
You keep talking about bad dreams going away and guns and spiders and goblins.
Yeah. It's so wild. They I guess they kind of pick it up too back with David Carradine's character of going to a few scenes where they found bodies where their hearts have been cut out, and he's like, oh, is this like a cold?
Well, I feel like even before that, he already went after the first murder. He went to the college professor and found out about Quetzalcoatl and was like immediately on board for it.
Wait, why did he go to him again?
I don't know, because I feel like it must have been. It was after the flayed dude. That's what it was.
Well, the willing sacrifices get murdered, and then I guess they just dump their bodies in conspicuous places.
They dumped the guy whose heart was removed, but the dude who like had his skin flayed, he was at the hotel that they did it at, I think.
In a perfectly clean bed, like no blood. That's good detail.
And looking more like a dude who was like burned to death than someone who's had their skin flayed.
Been there.
Oh yeah, I thought there was a barbecue man on the bed.
Yeah,
that was Inside Out boy all growed up.
Yeah. And now he's sexy.
Yeah.
That whole part with the. I mean, there's much more racist things in this film, but even the whole like neo-Aztec cult also had very racist undertones to it at the same time. This movie fires in a lot of different places on all cylinders, but none of them.
Well, there's also there's no lack of like setup and payoff.
No.
Yeah.
Because there's like, we know there's the dude who's in charge of the Q cult, who's killing all these people, and we don't see who that person is till the end of the movie. That should have been someone we already knew.
Well,
Yeah,
killing.
oh my God.
It's assisted suicide.
Yeah, but I mean,
It would have been.
They sent Dr. Kevorkian into jail.
It would have made more sense if they were
Whoa.
fighting and not for this, and then the end of or at the end of the movie, like if one of them sacrificed themselves, like save the day willingly. But no, it's just weird, just there.
I also don't get what the members of the Q cult are getting out of it.
Bird points.
Yeah, and also I like to assume, because of how terrible and miserable every character was and an asshole, that maybe the guy they revealed into the film, who was the last of the Aztec cult, was supposed to be the good guy.
Well, he was also
we don't know what this guy's
he
plan
was also
was.
I brought up Charlie Kelly from It's Always Sunny, and I thought that while I was watching the movie, the main kill guy is Charlie and Frank's landlord from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Were they just trying to destroy New York? So they're the heroes.
Yeah, they never talk about their plan. Yeah. I mean, it is an asshole city, so...
It is just like that part
They're
just
just doing
didn't
it.
need to exist.
No, and then they forgot about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely.
Until, oh, wait. The murderer is still out there. In those, the very end of the movie, when the member of the leader of the Q cult comes to kill Michael Moriarty, that definitely felt like something they came back and filmed later.
Then they have David Carradine trying to figure out, something's killing people, dumping them off, there's sacrificial, murders, and then, everyone just pisses all over him. He's like, well, I think it might be a giant monster, is what we have flying around that you think is a giant monster. I think it's a giant monster. And, that's crazy. Go find that giant monster.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's...
everyone's kind of in agreement with it, but also saying they're crazy for saying it, but also well, it could be. It's just it's a real wild, how serious are people taking it? I mean, we could just get to the point where eventually Quinn is talking to I want to say it's a city council.
Well, he gets
council
arrested
or
for the
that.
jewelry robbery.
Right.
And so he's in jail, but then he thinks he has a trump card because he knows where the monster that's been killing everybody has its nest.
Yeah.
And, got his associates head chomped.
Well, yeah, he did the other guys of the heist that he pulled, because he had the bag. They came looking for him.
They were
And
very
okay,
smart.
I'll show you where it was. Yeah, I'll show. Well, yeah, especially since that was post a scene when he first went downtown, and they were like, "Hey, your friend squealed on you." Well, so they know the cops are looking into him. So stay away from him, then.
Yeah. There's so many wild things where this movie keeps going with that. So he has a thing where he eventually does have it where he talks to them and reveals the location, and then is saying, I need $10 million in autograph rights. And I do think it wasn't a part of the script, but they just ran with that scene. That's
$1 million.
totally. I
It's
think
got
definitely-
improv written all over it.
$1 million,
Yeah.
egg rights, dead corpse of the monster rights, I think book rights, everything.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah,
and,
got to get the film negatives.
and I think they got it to him in under an hour, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And also, this was the scene where they were who's the, I don't know if he's a cop or maybe some city guy. He's the one who talked very distinguishedly and had the pipe.
Yeah.
I
think
thought
he was
he
supposed
was
to
going
be-
to. He's the one who told David Carradine, I like you sometimes, so I'm going to hide this report where you talk about the Q cult. And you never mentioned again. I thought he was going to be the head of the Q cult.
I was hoping
Oh.
the next day would have been the newspaper print, and it's him with all the writing that David Carradine did, and he's just plagiarizing it, and I knew it. I'm on this shit. It was a fucking Quetzalcoatl.
Oh, I want to say, while it's still in my mind, my favorite kill in this movie, not so much for the kill, but for the scene before it, it's a dude and a bunch of girls on a roof. And the dude is watching his girlfriend do push-ups for some reason. And he's just... Well, his performance, he's just being super... I'm having such a great time right now, This is the best time I've ever had, watching you do
So
push-ups.
lovely.
As you do.
I don't know who that guy was, but that was the
Yeah.
funniest performance in the movie.
I mean, I also like when they're trying to tail like the criminals and wrap up everything with the cult, and also the winged serpent. One of them decides to go undercover as a mime,
Yes.
and just doesn't take it off. He does not take off the mime
He's
costume.
rocking that
Like,
look the whole time.
When Richard Roundtree sees him, he says like, "Oh no, who would buy you as a cop?"
We gotta
point.
tail that guy. They don't tell us who the hell they're talking about. And then by tail him,
Okay,
you
here's
dress
my
like the
theory.
clown. I'll be a cop standing next to the clown. That's how we'll case him.
Yeah, my theory is it's supposed to be them tying it to the whole Neo-Aztec cult, in that it's because they show it at the Natural Museum of History in New York.
There's a very anti-intellectual slant to this movie, which is why you could easily remake it as a QAnon movie.
Oh,
You
easily.
just need to have the Q leader be JFK Jr. It'd be the ultimate reveal.
But
No, Q is the is the serpent.
He'd be the baby bird.
Yeah.
My
They're
favorite
just working
kill.
off of his malevolent instruction from the past. The future the future reaching back into the past,
Lost it.
like Rocco's Basilisk. I just
Yeah.
wanted to bring up Rocco's
If
Basilisk.
we're talking about... No, it's a pretty good poll. I do want to talk about my favorite kill since we're all going through them, because it's definitely the other rooftop scene where a girl's sunbathing and they show us some tits because I guess they need to because it's 1983 horror.
Oh yeah, it is.
Very gratuitous.
And,
Anytime I watch like schlock, I always say the first time titties show up, like, and we have titties.
I mean, it feels exactly how they were made in that whole, like, once again, 70s to 90s period of horror films. But the reason it's a great scene is it has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that there's a voyeur on a roof across it that looks like a time-traveling Charlie Day.
He's got such a weird telescope. It's not like
I thought it was Fisher Stevens from Short Circuit. Just having his best day ever.
not playing an Indian guy.
No.
Yeah, he's getting ready to put on his face makeup.
He's getting the character.
Now I kind of expected, like, because he was like psyched when he saw like the lady, but then he saw the kill. I thought he was going to be at the police scene later on.
Yeah, it has no bearing to the film at all. He does nothing, but it's just when it happens and they show him, it's like he's doing the most cartoonish, like, oh no,
Oh, mom!
They never have an establishing shot for him other than a flying around a helicopter shot at the lady, so I just assume they're going to reveal he's got a telescope on a flying carpet, but that didn't happen.
He's our magical hero we never got to introduce to.
How about all of those like helicopter shots? Like, they weren't really establishing shots, but I guess they kind of were. They were meant to be. They were just clumsy.
Yeah.
How about the time when they came really close to the World Trade Centers?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like with how shoddy the production is, somebody definitely got hurt off camera doing
There I
all these
was,
shots.
watching a naked lady on the roof. I couldn't believe it. Then she was murdered by a giant dick. Happened to me.
Wasn't me, I promise. I mean, okay, now that we're talking about this out loud, I get why I didn't tell anyone. Yeah, I was watching a lady get naked. That's illegal. And then she got murdered. Wasn't me. And I was like, I gotta tell people. Okay, this character makes a lot of sense now. This might be the only thing in this film that actually logically checks out.
Okay, so at this point in the movie, Michael Moriarty has made the deal for $1 million and all this other shit for leading
Which,
them
once
to
again,
the...
New York
no
folded
sense
fast on
at
that
all,
deal
but-
making.
Well, they didn't really fold because they were already planning to screw him over, even though the deal should have held up.
Yeah.
Because they go to the Chrysler building, he shows them the nest and the egg, and they destroy the egg.
They don't even have him sign anything.
But then
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They had him sign stuff. His lawyer was
he
there
kept talking
earlier at
about
the
like he
office.
kept talking about, oh, it's in black and white. It's in black and white. You can't take that back.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. But
He signed
It's
something.
black and white. It
Newspaper,
means it's
damn it.
written in writing.
I somehow assume it's like a racial slur we don't understand from the 80s.
You never heard that, or are you just being facetious?
No, I've never heard that
It's in
before,
black and
I'm
white.
honest.
Yeah, that means it's in writing.
Oh, damn, that makes
Wow.
sense. Oh, boy. Well, the school system's failed me yet again, and I'm not going to blame it on myself, so that's how it's going to go.
Well, I think it's more the parents' job to teach their kids idioms than it is the school.
Hey, you're an idiot. Take that back. You piece of shit.
But
yeah,
but
so
like,
the-
okay, you go ahead.
I was about to say, I was just gonna follow up with where the plot goes from here. Of just like it falls apart. They kill the bird.
Well, that's why it pisses me off that they took the money from him and all the other stuff that they'd agreed to, because they stayed in the Chrysler Building, and that leads to them killing the monster. So this deal was solid.
Yeah, he did everything he promised, and I mean, saved more topless women
In a
on
normal
Island from
state.
getting beheaded.
But this is New York.
Yeah.
Suck it, little man.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Get out of here.
If it were just him making the deal and he didn't have a lawyer that was dealing with it, like, okay, Michael Moriarty gets tricked. That's great. His lawyer, I think, would be like, because like he gave that $1 million back. Like, okay, I'll give the $1 million back, but I need half of it for my shit.
He's got mental issues, and I'm gonna go with he has a man dressed as a lawyer, giving him papers to sign. I don't know.
Who has an office in the Chrysler Building?
Yeah. That office could be for anything.
Yeah, that could have been a closet. He walked out, and he would be like, "That looks good."
Yeah, and it is 1983 New York, so it is once again a very wild time in its history. So it all checks out.
If that's the Chrysler Building, that was probably just a cocaine room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the Chrysler Building is.
I would have liked more, since they were on scene in New York, and more like how gross New York was in like the 80s.
Yeah, that was actually fun to see. I like anything that's like filmed on the location of its time. So that even if it's a terrible movie, it's like, oh, that's how it kind of looked. That's kind of neat.
It's so fun seeing so many shirtless people in summer.
I wonder if maybe they were working often without permits or something.
Oh, definitely.
Because I feel like a lot of the shit on the streets, they're very far away from what's happening.
They didn't have money to record like footage inside of a jewelry store. They needed to be 60 feet away.
That's why he's running out of there.
Place their permit reached.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they had a budget so tight that all the extras like, hey, you can give us $5 and we'll let you be in this movie.
Yeah, but Midnight Cowboy was shot without permits, and they showed how gross New York was in the 70s all the time.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, that does a really, really good job of it. But yeah, the ending kind of goes very quick at this point of like, he has the run-in with, the whole scene is so super weird and makes no sense, but after he berates and yells at his girlfriend and throws a bunch of stuff in the apartment, he goes off. They don't explain where he's really heading off to, do they?
Well, she kicks him out, and she tells him to find a park bench. Yeah. But later on, at the end of the movie, he's in a hotel, which is one of the reasons why I think that was something that they reshot later, when they realized, like, oh shit, we have to have the leader of the Q cult.
Yeah, the villain.
Get his comeuppance. Yeah, we have to take technically our main villain that we've not seen before.
What's David Carradine and Richard Roundtree going to do?
Yeah.
Richard Roundtree gets killed, doesn't he?
Does.
He does.
I hated that.
There must have been a scheduling conflict or something.
Bird had more lines
They intended to have him there, but he needed to leave like 3 days early.
Yeah, it's...
he at least gets like the actual like foot prop.
Hey,
whoa.
It comes and grabs him. Talons.
Yeah.
I will give credit.
What?
Does the Q have large talons?
I will give credit to the special effect team who made the pretty excellent puppets, claymation people getting thrown. Those were great. I'd watch that all day. That's like an aquarium.
They went wild with it, where it looks like the flailing arm like advertisers for car sales lots.
There is a charm to it, because for some reason, anytime I've watched a movie where somebody's falling and they become like a Gumby character for a second, they make their forearms so damn long.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It is always the forearm.
Maybe
maybe because they make it the length of our arm, but then we're like, oh shit, now we have to put hands on it.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. So long.
Does this look like Richard Roundtree to you? I don't know. Throw it away. Film that.
That's got to be it. They make the arm so long to distract you from the fact they can't make hands.
Yeah, we have -1 days to make these special effects. Who cares?
I had how to draw comic books book from way back when, and I'd always say, like, don't hide hands, because people will assume you don't know how to draw hands. But then they're like, well, what if I can't draw hands?
Yeah,
hide those hands.
Yeah. We support
hiding hands.
We're taking a stance on that.
That sounds like a terrible charity I would contribute to.
So he ends up in the hotel. The bad evil villain of the cult shows up to kill him, and then a really wacky scene. it's the only way I can describe it, even though it's not really played for laughs, but it's very wacky. He keeps saying, hey, you need to pray so that I can sacrifice you. He's like, well, I've never prayed for anyone before, so I'm not going to. And he's like, well, you should do it. And then eventually David Carradine comes in and shoots him. He gets up, he gets shot again, and then shoots him 5 times.
That was really good.
Well, the trivia even said, like, Larry Cohen gotten, like, from, like, old monster movies where, like, the monster would get up again for that scene, but it's also like, this is just, like, a guy.
Carradine's smiling.
Who, like, doesn't seem to be in good shape.
Yeah.
David Carradine's smiling in that scene. He's like, I got him.
Well, he seems to be acting, like, outside of, like, his purview as a police officer because he doesn't report the body. He's going to let the cleaning service for the cheap motel deal with it because he puts the "Please wake me up" sign
New York
on the door.
He's on vacation.
Case closed.
Yeah, and I also felt like this was a scene to kind of, like, I think, like, they probably meant for Michael Moriarty to be more of a fucking scumbag, but I think his performance, you get a little pathos out of that. Because I didn't want to see him die.
I thought he was going to...
I knew he probably deserved to die.
I thought he was going to sacrifice, like, let him cut his neck. And he was going to sacrifice himself willingly, foreshadowing from the fucking story, to, like, stop the villain. But no, just a lot of bullets. Just bullets.
Yeah,
bang.
Bang, bang, bang.
My one weakness.
And then they do, once again, yet all the classic stereotypes you see in these films where it's like, well, I guess he was just a monster, not a god. And then they cut to an unnamed city where there's another egg. And then
no, it's still in New York, isn't it?
I've ever heard. I think it's supposed to be a different city.
Well, in any event, it's the exact same cliffhanger ending as the 90s Godzilla.
That cliffhanger ending needs to be edited straight into the intro to Dinosaurs. And as the baby rolls out of the egg and the show starts. Womp, 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 womp.
I mean, you gotta love him.
Gotta love
the baby. Man, all right. Well, shout out to Dinosaurs. One of the best to do
R.I.P.
it.
to a real one.
I think that's gonna just take us right to reviews and. I think I'm going to go with the Larry Cohen classic. I want to give this 1 out of 5, or we're going to do it 1 out of 5 The Stuff, which is, as you all know, a symbiotic evil goo that comes out of the earth that controls your mind if you eat it, from another Larry Cohen film. 5 stuff being great, 1 stuff being the worst. I'm going to give this a 2.5 stuff. I'm going perfectly down the middle of the road because this is a very bad film, but it's also confusingly entertaining for all of the things going on with it. It's also very racist at points for some reason, but then it's also very wacky and goofy. So I enjoyed watching it, but it's such a weird flick that it's definitely something you'd only want to watch with like a group of friends, have a good time talking about it, and then that's it for it. That's all this movie really has going for it.
So we're doing specifically 1 out of 5 The Stuffs?
If you want to, I mean...
Oh, no, I just wanted to bring up that the cartoon Quack Pack did a The Stuff episode.
Really?
Yeah. I think it ended up being
I'm
a
gonna
dream
Google it
sequence, but...
I haven't thought about Quack Pack in a hot minute.
I'm always thinking about Quack Pack.
It's one of those weird things that I think about way more than a person should.
All right.
But
well, while whoever reviews next, I'm going to look that up. So
Okay.
I will give this. Oh God, I guess 4 out of 5. Larry Maniac Cops. No, if it's Maniac Cops, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. If it's the Stuffs,
Just
4
change
out
it
of
a
5.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked this a lot, mostly because I was kind of just fascinated by Michael Moriarty's performance. And, like, I like David Carradine. I mean, not in this movie. I just generally like David Carradine. It just, like, I wish the movie had been more, like, the movie shouldn't have started with the kill. I think it should have either, like, focus on David Carradine and have, like, a slow burn, sort of like Seven, pursuing like a killer, but then it turns out like it's like a flying monster thing movie, or do with Michael Moriarty where you don't know for a long time if he's just crazy or if this shit is real. And they kind of just like mixed all that stuff together, and like the whole cult thing, like that's the worst part of the movie. That just doesn't need to be there. I don't know why they had to do like make it like the Aztec god Quetzalcoatl. That's part stupid, but yeah, like Brandon said, this movie's worth watching with some friends and even like alone. But like maybe it helps that I watched it alone, but I knew I was going to talk about it with you boys. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I'll give it 4 out of 5. Whatevers.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with that. It definitely has its rewatchability. It's not quite up there with like, I'd say Hanuman and the Five Riders, which I cannot stop telling people about that movie. And then if anyone checks it out, they are just as enthusiastically amazed about the movie. So
I would sooner watch this movie by myself than I would Hanuman and the Five Riders.
Really?
Oh, that's blasphemy.
I feel like you could start
Yes.
Hanuman at any given point. And, like you've got the whole story right there. This,
yeah,
can I jump into my review?
Yes.
yeah, go for it.
I enjoyed this film. I honestly did. It meanders so fucking much, and it feels so much longer than it is. I'm making this promise now because I was thinking about it earlier today. I'm going to edit this film down to 5 minutes, and I'll post a video along with this episode, because that is exactly how much story and like worthwhile material is here.
I'm gonna hold you to that because that also sounds
Just
really
telescope,
amazing.
man, scoping
Yeah,
out murders.
I can totally see that in my head, and you're probably right. Like you can 5 minutes, you could probably get every single important plot point out.
It's going to be every important plot point and every cool thing.
You
The
could-
one shot they had of the Twin Towers, the tits. It's going to have everything.
You can have the guy with a telescope as a reaction shot to every murder because they're outside. And just oh no again, oh no.
No. Here's what I want to do: take the guy with the telescope and put him into make him a meme, like he's looking at other stuff rather than a girl who's topless.
Okay, I'm dedicating
That little celebration.
He's
thing
just
you
watching
got.
construction
dedicating-
workers work.
I'm dedicating time to a 5-minute recut of this movie and then many, many meme videos.
I'm down.
Let's
for this.
turn this shit into a meme with the power of us.
It'll be our greatest work.
likable cue.
2.5 out of 5 stuff.
Yeah. It leaves you, the Nick, for
I watch a lot of wonderful films, but I would give it a 1 out of 5. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I would have a hard time recommending it to people unless you really just want odd stuff. But it doesn't have a main character. Richard Roundtree's barely in it. David Carradine just shows up and leaves and has a character with no story arc, other than they don't believe me the monster that they've seen and I've run into and we've seen exists. I love Moriarty's character being just an unlikable, horrible garbage man who just never... He has no redemption. He's just, I'm going to go back to be a piano player. I had $1 million for 2 hours. My lawyer tricked me. It's weird. I wouldn't recommend it unless you just really need to see everything that is got giant monsters and has David Carradine in it, which is a lot of movies.
Yeah, if you tricked your friends into doing a podcast for I don't know, a good 4 or 5 years.
It's amazing just for how unlikable this character is, and then there's also a monster in it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing with the film that makes it hard. It's all of the characters. Everyone is such an asshole in this film. There's not one scene where somebody does something nice.
No.
I think, even.
Well, I like all of that. It's just and I can't believe we didn't talk about the suspension of disbelief, that it's a giant flying thing in New York City.
No one...
I get people who live in New York not looking up, but they get tons of tourists even back when it was a gross place.
They rarely have a character...
And they look up.
They rarely even have a character, ruminate about, there's a giant bird killing people in New York. They're more well, what the sacrifices?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about that giant bird? Who gives a fuck?
Man. It's R.I.P. Q, the Winged Serpent. You were a great movie, but you passed away sadly in 2016 after you ate
He had a
too many eggs in
baby.
buffet. That's what it
You
said.
gotta love him.
Yeah. It's once again, I feel like this is entertaining to watch with other people, but if you were just watching it by yourself, I can't see too much joy being brought to you. I mean, even tonight when I was watching it, I enjoyed it just because I know he's going to have things to talk with everybody else. But like if I watch this and talk to no one, it'd just be such like
it has a cut above, which is I think for any bad movie the most important sin to avoid is unbelievably bad pacing, and it doesn't have that. It at least moves.
Oh,
yeah, that's true, and we've complained about that many times on this podcast, especially in the Godzilla franchise of like a movie where it's like an hour 45 minutes, which by today's standards is great, but then it feels like it's 3 hours because there's just no pacing to it. So I'll give it that. That's why I'm keeping it at 2.5. But I think that's going to get us to our stupid game section, which is I think you'll really enjoy this one, which is we've been doing this quite a bit, and we always ask our guests first because we all know it, but we're going to ask a series of questions of heights of famous actors, and whoever gets up to 3 points first wins. But you get to have the first initial round because we're going to ask you, how tall is Steve Buscemi? We are once again asking you, how tall is Steve Buscemi?
Oh dear. 5'10".
Interesting.
Wow.
I mean, I usually put it around others, but we all know it. It's he looks like he's a short guy, and we get that reaction every now and then, but he's actually exactly at... was it 5'9"?
yes, 5'9".
Is that up to date?
Yeah,
Which isn't like...
I mean, he's getting older and shrinking.
It's true, he is shrinking. Let me just double check.
His Reservoir Dog days, like he's probably, might have loafers.
There's also every chance that 5'9" is not accurate. That's just what he tells people. What he tells.
Did he edit that?
I mean, he... Yeah.
We need, if any of us meet Steve Buscemi, we need to have a tape measure on hand.
Yeah, I always carry a tape measure with me.
I don't want to make Steve Buscemi uncomfortable.
Yeah,
that sounds like something.
Well, that's why you
family
got to
cursed.
distract him.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna open the floor now to everybody, whoever wants to guess and see if they can get to the points first. So now I'm gonna ask everybody, how tall is Mr. Satan? Because we were talking about Mr. Satan before we started.
Mr. Satan is
straight up
6'6".
6 foot.
Okay, 6. We got 6 foot for Luke. We got 6'6" for Martin. Nick, what do you think of Mr.
Is it
Satan?
like London? Do they do hands or like stones? Does they measure in Dragon Balls?
Wait,
stones and all.
isn't it?
Yeah. How many Dragon Balls tall is he?
It's Dragon
Well, let me
Ball.
see.
Their
How
head's
tall is
about
Dragon Ball?
2.5 feet tall. I'm guessing he's around 8 feet tall.
Okay, 8. So
So
you got 8 feet.
for height of Dragon Balls, you talking like Earth Dragon Balls or Namek Dragon Balls?
That's a good point.
Not the live
They are
action.
different.
No,
yeah.
those are
okay.
real.
No, why would we be talking about Dragon Ball Evolution?
I'd say Namek.
Of course, if you Google how tall is a Dragon Ball, they have that right away because this is such a huge fandom, which is 3 inches. But for actual height guesses on the podcast, this is going to go to Luke because both Martin and Nick went over here. He is 6'2".
Yes.
I mean, 6'6" would have been more fun.
Well, it's also like Mr. Satan is kind of like a joke. So
What?
Yeah.
even though he did he did reform Fat Boo, I guess.
Yeah. And you know what? He's a pretty fun guy. I like that.
Before they got when I was watching that shit on Toonami, before they got to that actual story saga, when I just saw his name in writing, I could have swore no way it's pronounced Satan. Why would they do that?
He seems
funny.
like
I'm glad that Teriyama decided that because it is.
he
very
seems
funny.
like the
That's
most
so
likely
funny.
character to have a soup kitchen, though.
Yeah.
Like they can make fun of him, but he's probably the nicest dude.
No, he's
I don't know. I don't want to get into a Dragon Ball Z.
I do really quick. Mr. Satan is canonically very sweet.
Well, okay, Mr. Satan, okay, he's sweet, but he's also kind of an asshole. How did they forget Goku flying from, what was it, 15 years before Mr. Satan became, the world champion? And then Mr. Satan can't even break through, 150 clay bricks that he tries to do?
Well, guess what? They didn't have the marketing. People have a short attention span. Mr. Satan is the person of the people. He's the people's hero.
The announcer remembers Goku, though, and he's like, oh, man, he's going to kick Mr. Satan's ass.
Yeah, but the announcer's just he's got a love of the game. Most people don't give a shit about the World Martial Arts Tournament.
Most people don't give a shit about martial arts.
Exactly. Mr. Satan's
Yeah,
more
this
of an
is
icon.
Cobra Kai
He's like
world.
Mr. Satan's like that version of The Rock.
Most people are just
Yeah.
talking about, like, why are there still dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Why are there dog
Okay, so-
people?
Excuse
Now I'm
me,
gonna
that
have to
dog is
ask- I
president
guess-
right now? Maybe you could not do this.
Yeah, I'm doing a pretty great job. But I do want to say this then, to actually get this back more towards the movie. How tall is David Carradine? Sorry, how tall was David Carradine? R.I.P.
R-O-P-E.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh boy.
David Carradine was, I'm going to say 5'9".
Okay,
I'm going to say 6'3".
Okay,
I'm going to go 6'5".
6'5". So once again, we two of us have overshot, but it's gonna be going to Martin because he is 6 feet exactly.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Was once again.
Well, yeah,
okay.
because, like, of the way he
He's
killed
been
him.
stretching out.
Yeah. He was definitely
Oh, yeah.
stretching.
He
Your
wanted to be
neck gets
taller. It's so
longer.
sad.
And
Yeah.
Who do you think
Oh,
killed
man.
him? If it was assassins, like his family swears, like. Think it was Q?
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, he's like, I don't like how you made me look in this movie.
Yeah, probably Q. Or who's that DJ who died around the same time as him?
What year
That
was
was,
this again?
that was DJ Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah.
It was yeah.
Or,
it
no,
was
I'm
DJ
sorry. It was
Michael
DJ
Jackson.
Billy Mays.
Yeah,
I only know about
Yeah,
it
we
because of
truly lost-
that South Park episode.
man. Around that time, we truly lost
Jazzy
three
Jeff.
titans of American society.
Wait, no. Jesse Jeff is still alive.
Okay.
Yeah, he's totally kicking. Probably being happier
Yeah.
than Will Smith.
Hey, that's not hard.
Why did I become a
Okay, so
Scientologist?
According to the mythology, it's actually pretty well established. How tall is Q? I'm going to ask you if we're going with the actual
Whoa.
Aztec mythology.
Oh,
Q's a Tekl, that is.
You're not talking about Q
Alex
from
Ross.
Star Trek: The Next Generation.
No.
Okay.
And
you're
that's
not
always
talking
changing
about
at
Q
night,
from
too, so
Street
that-
Fighter, are you?
No. Also.
Okay. 69 feet.
Standing or length?
I'm going to go with length.
It kind of have to be length, right? Because they're literally like a flying snake, almost like the Chinese
You
dragon,
can, like,
right?
stand up and, like,
Yeah.
look around. Get a drink.
Like a meerkat.
Scope out the place.
I'm gonna say 120 feet.
Whoa.
Wait,
And that might give away that it's the height.
Oh, is Q like 6 feet tall?
I mean, Q
Yeah,
like
sorry.
breathed life into the old ones that were the people he found beforehand. So I'm gonna go with he's like 10,000 feet tall.
10,000 feet tall is a good guess. But from what I found in, I guess, the records of what they kept on it, he's supposed to be 10
Wow.
feet tall. So he must have had some really strong lungs. So everybody shot over. I'm going to go to whoever gets to 2 points first, I think, so it doesn't go too long. Because I'm going through all mine. But at the same time, it's always fun to do, at least. Pull up this other one here. But I'm going to ask you all now, how tall is Richard Roundtree?
Ooh, 6'2".
6'1".
I'll go 6'4".
I feel like I'm going to give this game, even though we didn't do up to the 3 points, because he got it on the dot. But Martin really crushed it saying 16, because that's the exact height
Ooh.
of Richard Roundtree.
Thank you very much. I will take. I think this is my first victory in a while, right?
It's the first time a guest hasn't won in a long time.
Yeah. I really fucked it up. What are you doing? But yeah, I did want to bring back one stupid game, and then we'll get to recommendations and plugs, because it's been too long, even if we had the How Tall is Steve Buscemi game go a little bit. But I want to ask you, who the fuck is Ron in Canada?
Ron Canada, you were the judge in Ted 2. We love you, and we hope our guest will too.
Because we haven't talked about him in a while.
Aw,
our favorite actor with over 200 plus working roles in acting.
Oh my God, was he in this
throughout the
movie?
years. He was
Okay.
not, but the reason I wanted to do a Who is Ron Canada, which is I'm going to ask you a trivia question about Ron Canada. His first film acting role was in 1983, and this film came out and was filmed in 1982, but was released in 1983. So in a way, Q was a premonition of things to come for Ron Canada. So I'm going to give you all three options to pick from for what was his first film from 1983. So I'm going to ask you if it was Rumblefish, a romantic comedy from 1983, starring the very famous Matt Dillon and Mickey Rourke. Was it National Lampoon's Vacation? A little bit more famous, but you got a lot of bit actors kind of populating that film. Chevy Chase.
Oh, is it?
Vehicle. Kind of a funny joke.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, that's
I
the
thought
one.
Chevy Chase's vehicle was his car.
Yeah, thank you for picking up on that.
Or a nice mirror.
And then finally, The Man Who Wasn't There, another 1983, not too well known either.
What was the name of that last one?
The Man Who Wasn't There. That was starring Steve Guttenberg, where he...
Ooh.
a part of that whole time frame where they decided they need to make a comical Invisible Man, because there's a few of them at the time. I don't know what's going on with Hollywood, but hey.
You're just trying to nail that
So which
story.
film... Yeah. Which film do you I'll go one by one, do you think was the first one with a Ron Canada in it? And I'll start off with Luke.
I'm gonna go with the first one. Which one was that one?
Rumblefish.
Yeah, Rumblefish.
I'm. Oh no, sorry, Brandon. You were picking.
I was about to say I'm gonna give Nick the option next of
Please.
picking.
I'm gonna go with that third option because I don't think I saw Rumplefish, and I don't think there's like anyone in it. Yeah,
There's
but like
motorcycles.
it's like there's no cast. It's like 4 people.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna put you down for The Man Who Wasn't There, and then Martin finally. What's your choice?
I also have to choose the man that wasn't there.
All right. Well, we got 2 winners because it was definitely The Man Who Wasn't There. This looks like a real shitty film, and its tagline, by the way, was being invisible gets you into spy rings, diplomatic circles, and the girls' locker room. Seems like a little. kinda
Unless you're a
baby
girl.
locked in on for that tagline.
Then it's okay to be there.
Unless you're
True.
the president of the United States.
Okay, also true. But yeah, at least everybody wins tonight except for Luke. Sorry, Luke. You've really brought
All
you.
you got
No, it's
was
fine.
cute.
That was the longest one of those I think we've ever done.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, man, we haven't been in the Ron Canada canon for a while, and I wanted to get it going.
Also,
So-
shame on you for not asking how tall Q from Star Trek The Next Generation was after I brought it up.
Yeah, I know that would have been a funnier thing to do.
Yeah,
but
as whatever.
next time. Yeah, but yeah, for recommendations and plugs. If you guys, for this segment too, you can recommend anything you want. It could be a feeling, a video game, a prized memory, really anything. And if you're doing anything, you can plug it. But
Food.
I'll kick it off saying that I got no plugs other than it is my birthday today, so
Oh,
it's
happy
kind of
birthday.
fun. Yeah, it's fun being relaxed, staying home, doing nothing. Which leads me to my recommendation of Shin Megami Tensei 5, which is what I've been playing. Just came out for the Switch, and it is very good. It's like if you had Pokemon, but they were gross demons, and there's a lot of blood in it. It's pretty cool. That's all I gotta say.
I have no plug. I'll plug my Instagram account, Flip Cooks. I posted
Yeah,
a few
fun
things
fun.
in there recently, so around Thanksgiving. So
You're a
yeah,
talented cook, and you always have some fun concoctions on there that are fun to peep out.
yeah, I try to. But for recommendations, I'm sure I've recommended this a bunch of times on here, but I'm gonna recommend Burnout Revenge on the PlayStation 2, or like any version of Burnout Revenge, because it's just a really fun game. I'm on like my 3rd playthrough of it, not 100% playthroughs, mind you, but to the point when I started to feel like it becomes like you're just replaying old stages to get perfect scores.
Hell yeah.
I mean, there's only a few games that make that really fun to do the 100% on, like Mario Galaxy and a few others, but it's still great. It's a great classic.
Yeah, I love it. And I recently got all the other Burnout games, but Burnout Revenge is still my favorite.
Hell
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, I'm done.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I believe that
I'll-
leaves Martin or Nick.
I'll jump on in. Plug my cat's Instagram. Go follow Spaghetti Images. He's adorable.
Very cute cat.
Very cute. Very long.
Oh yeah,
too.
no, he's a big old noodle. Also, recommendations. They just started airing the new part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Never a better place to get in because this one takes place in a prison in Florida. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and all the people that are from Florida look like they're from Florida.
Exactly, it's the most realistic anime I've ever seen.
guess I have to
Yeah,
watch that
it's great.
then.
It's a good time.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't have any plugs. I've just been reading stuff I don't know anything about from my spotty education. So I've been reading. I just finished Mussolini by Jasper Ridley. It's terrifying. Surprise! His best friend's Hitler. It's horrible.
Scary.
I didn't know that he was put in prison by Italians and then rescued by Hitler. There's so much I don't know. It's awful. It's bizarre. What a weird dude. What a horrible mastermind of fascism. It's a great book. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. I got to hear about it a little bit last night while we were playing Divinity
Oh yeah,
2, which, shout out
to
another
that
great
game. Holy crap.
Yeah, Divinity 2 is fantastic, but yeah, just real wild dude. But I do like the whole idea of like, yeah, man, power can make just normal seeming people go completely off the wall. I mean, not that he was like super normal, but still, it's wild. I gotta check that book out. But I think that that brings us to the end of Q, and hopefully we'll never have to hear about Q in anywhere from in the future.
We're coming up to the anniversary of that preposterous shithead not talking, so it's good. This is good.
Let me see if it's on a Thursday.
It's
when that
6
happens.
days from now, I believe. This is the last time that moron has
That's
happened.
on a...
Yeah.
Okay, so we usually release on Thursday, and January 6th this year is on a Thursday. This episode is absolutely going to have to come out on that day.
This is incredible. We're going to have a whole celebration that day.
I feel like we've made some type of weird prophecy come true now with this podcast.
Oh my god,
This is
I can't
beautiful.
believe it.
Thanks for
Did you
doing
guys
this.
know that our most fervent subscriber is actually JFK Jr.? He gets all of his news from us.
He's going to be our next guest.
Yeah, which I'm against because that dude sucks. Oh boy, he's terrible. But yeah, I think we should sign out, and we can appreciate this miracle in a few weeks when it actually is released.
Thank you
on
for having
January
me.
6th.
It was a pleasure, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. If you ever,
Thanks for being
ever
here.
need another
Thanks for
breathing
doing this.
mouth, I'm available.
I feel like you're in a way this podcast's godfather because once again, I appreciation of my a lot of bad movies in camp. I think come from a lot of recommendations over the years. So it's thanks for this, and if you don't like this podcast, blame Nick.
sorry.
That's what I'm.
Thanks,
gonna
Nick.
Okay.
say. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Here.
But as always, let's see if we can do it for the sign off. All right, 3, 2, 1.
You're gonna
You're
like
gonna
the way
like
I
the
fuck.
way you fuck.
I guarantee it.
guarantee it. So it's
It's
I.
solid. I think it's we. I gotta go back to a few more episodes now.
So we all said something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Okay, 'cause
Listen,
I was thinking,
we got it right.
I knew
once.
it was coming up, but I just kept thinking of the commercial because it's you in the commercial.
Here's the
He's
thing. We got it right once. We can just play that every time now.
It's funnier when we fuck up, I think, than when we just can't remember.
We regret that you have not yet complied with our order.
This show has been brought to you by Machine Culture.
The words get stuck in my throat.